And we're live from Hamilton Southeastern High School, Week 7 of high school football, and we welcome you to tonight's broadcast of IHSAA football here on Hamilton County TV, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating their 25th, pushing now that next year will be 26 years in the business. We're also brought to you by Noblesville Trophies, Community Health Network, Smith's Jewelers, Indiana Restoration and Cleaning Services, the Noblesville Chamber of Commerce, and Bill Clifford for Sheriff. Good evening, sports fans and high school football fans out there. Craig Atkins with Perry Williams and Perry. I say it every year, but it's hard to believe we're already at Week 7 in the high school football season. It's just flown by to us.
Absolutely, and Sunday at noon is the drawing.
Yep.
So we're right here at sectional time. So, and the one thing about this ball game here, it's tough in the Hoosier Crossroad Conference every week. But these two teams have played some pretty good football, but both of them do not have the normal records that they normally have. The Millers coming in here with one victory on the season, and Hamilton Southeastern with 2. So very unusual. Both of them haven't really cut loose on the offensive end yet, Craig.
No, and it seems like, in the past couple, 3 weeks, Noblesville actually has gotten their offense getting into the stages where they want it. And, they put up 26, losing one late 3 weeks ago at Westfield, and then at home 2 weeks ago on homecoming, lost 41-27, but they put up 27 hard-fought points in the second half against Zionsville. And then last week, a 45-0 shutout at Hamilton Heights, which that has to be giving Noblesville some confidence coming into this Week 7 matchup. Meanwhile, it's that up and down Hamilton Southeastern season. They started out beating Kokomo 24-2, a team that, Kokomo is expected to do more than they have in 5A, and then dropping 3 straight at North Central, 37-14 handedly in Kevin O'Shea's second game with the Panthers, and then Avon and Fishers both, with good victories against Southeastern, 38-7 for Avon, and at Fishers for the Mudsock 3 weeks ago, lost 20-14. But a big Week 5 win against Westfield, 13-0 right here at Reynolds Royal Stadium, and then they go to Zionsville last week and drop one to the upswinging Zionsville Eagles 30-10, which they had their chances in that game, but the game kind of got sprung wide open late, and the Eagles held on for a 20-point win.
The one thing about it is, like you were talking about with Noblesville, their play here the last couple 3 games has been very well. They played very well, but the big thing in the offense is the difference is Grant Grimmel is starting to feel a little bit more comfortable back there at quarterback. In the early season, before Ryan Barnes went down, it was kind of who was going to be at quarterback, not getting a lot of rhythm. It looked like a great idea for Coach Simmons to do that with 2 outstanding quarterbacks, and Ryan could play anywhere, but now Grimmel's definitely got that spot. So.
And speaking of, he was one of the 4 captains out there for Noblesville. Hamilton Southeastern won the coin toss. They have deferred to the second half, so they will kick off north to south. Noblesville will have they'll have Christian Collier back. He'll be the returner on the left back there, and it looks like number 3, Nick Aruzzi, if I'm not mistaken, is the other returner as we get things started here at IU Health Field at Reynolds Royal Stadium. Beautiful night, and it was an outstanding day. 75 degrees here in central Indiana today.
I'll take that year-round, man.
Take that to the bank every day. And so we are set. Obviously, the Royals with their home royal blue jerseys, white numerals, gray trousers, and they've got the pink socks for the pink out tonight. Noblesville going a white on white, kind of like the Packers. They went the opposite last night, as they were in white on white, and the Bears that dark navy blue all the way down. But this should bode to be an interesting matchup, and we'll talk about more matchups when we get a break in the action. A lot more. Westfield at Avon tonight, Zionsville at Brownsburg, and then Roncalli, a big one, up the road at Fishers. Roncalli 6-0, and the kick is underway, and from the 2, Collier needs to pick that up. Oh, interesting there because the ball got tipped and it went in the end zone. They're going to call that a touchback.
Collier may be a little rusty. He had to sit out last week because of concussion protocol.
Yeah, and the one thing, I forget who it was that told me this, but when they were checking him after the game, that was you, told me that he said, told Coach Simmons, he said, Coach, I can sleep it off.
Yeah.
Concussions, kids, that's nothing you can sleep off these days.
Well, Ryan Barnes, number 12, is in the game here.
He's in motion, yeah. Tight end going left to right. Oh, motion up front. Didn't touch. Luke Blevins has it. Can't get north.
There.
Went straight east on that. So he lost yardage. Like he lost 5.
But number 12, Ryan Barnes, he's, Craig, as everyone knows, he had a little injury bug, and he set out 3 ball games. So this is his first game back his senior year, and he was to be a big part of this Noblesville offense and defense. So we'll see what happens here tonight, see how healthy he really is.
Because it's not too typical of 6A football or even 5A to have two-way players. Gremmel back to pass, and Jaden Barrett covered heavily by number 48, Rutger Pori.
There's a game Pori we've heard for a long time down here in Southeastern. Of course, Rutger is, I believe, the last one of the Poris coming through here.
Yeah, because I asked Brad before we went live for the pregame how many Pori kids there are, because we obviously remember Carter played. I believe he played 4 years of varsity football and baseball, maybe 3 years of basketball.
And a great competitor.
Yeah. 3rd down and 15 after that first down, loss of 5 by Blevins. Going 5-4 wide. Gremmel keeps it himself, and he might have dropped a couple there.
Yeah, he didn't get anything. Well, 3 quick plays and getting nowhere. In fact, losing 5 yards. So.
Yep, Noblesville loses. Actually, he lost 2, did Gremmel, on that carry. 4th and 17 from the 13. And Evans 1 yard deep in the end zone. May want to get this one off quick. And a nice spiraling punt. And that's going to be fielded. Number 36, Anthony Eggers. Fair catches that ball. So it'll be in Noblesville territory at the Miller 42-yard line, where they will take over. 1st and 10, and they will go out there. Number 13, Cody Sparks.
That's the one thing the Southeastern Royals have kind of bounced back and forth on the quarterback here this season.
And screen play out in the flat to number 20, Jackson Sweeney. And he is up near a 1st down. Little swing pass from Sparks to Sweeney.
2-a-day on the tackle for the Millers.
Looked like he
Battle had him had it pegged back there and for a loss, but he couldn't hang on.
And week by week, I think Coach May and Coach Allfeld and the staff have wondered, okay, up play action fake, and across the middle, the pass incomplete to Jackson Lance.
Covered there again by Battle.
Brings up 3rd down and 2. Might see a run here, but they do have receivers. Zach Boyle out there, 18, 35. Jackson Lance. This one's going to be handed off. That's Nick Muchner. The tight end gets down around the 25, so easy does it for that 1st down there.
Tackle by number 35, Aaron Brewer. Right now, the Southeastern Royals are moving the football, Craig.
They are down to the 24 of the Millers. Looks like he picked up, and now Jackson Sweeney picks up 3.
Eddie Jenick on the tackle for the Millers, but he got 3 yards out of it.
By the end of the season, I think Eddie Jenick might end up with about 150 tackles.
Yeah, he's had a great season.
They seem to be saying Eddie Jenick's name a lot, no matter where Noblesville or who Noblesville's playing. 2nd and 7, a 3-yard pickup by Sweeney. He'll run it again down to about the 18.
Brightonthal, I think, was on the tackle there for the Millers. 3rd and 4 for the Royals. Big play for both teams right here, Craig.
Yep, they converted a 3rd and 2 just a little bit ago for 10 yards. And Sweeney gets the handoff again. He might have gotten to the 15.
I don't think he got it.
He got 2 yards to the 15.
Decision time here. I believe they're going to go for it.
Yep, they are going to go for it.
Or they may be trying to draw him off here.
They
Sweeney's running the ball well. I'd probably go for it.
You might as well. I mean, if Sweeney's back to his old self, I mean.
Yeah, he can get it.
He's one of the better rushers in the area. Pitch to Sweeney, and
I think he got it.
He got just beyond the sticks. We'll give him 1 yard for the first down. So that's 2 rushing first downs for the Royals.
Jack Eakey on the tackle for the Millers, number 47. Eddie Jenick was in there to help him out, but first down here.
It's like Ben Boysen out there, split to the far side, and Sparks going to go right to Boysen. He's inside the 5-yard line.
2 a day in battle over there on the coverage and the tackle.
Check that was 18 Boyle. So it'll be 1st and goal at the 3. And that might have been Jack Yankee that jumped up front. It looks like Eddie Jenick's pointing to the line up there. You're going to see Johnny May, number 9, come in along with Cody Huppenthal, 12. And now Sparks is out, and they've kind of played a semi-platoon system with Huppenthal and Sparks. Huppenthal, the senior. So he'll be back there. Now Sweeney, the direct snap, and he is stopped at the 2.
I believe there's a flag in there, Craig. Was there? Did I see a flag or something fly?
I saw something fly. I don't know if it was the white beanbag.
Yeah, there's a yellow flag over
it is.
there. Maybe a hold.
Yep.
Wow.
When you're down that close in the box,
that hurts.
Between the hashes, it's always possible there's going to be a hold.
That's tough on the Royals.
So now Sparks back in for Huppenthal after Huppenthal called the signal and Sweeney took the snap there. So it's going to be a 10-yard mark off back to the 11.
Sometimes coaches like a little. I know you like to be down there close, but it's a little bit easier when you got a little room to call a play.
I'd agree. I mean, it's almost too obvious when you're down at the 1 or 2 that you're going to run the ball maybe or run a short fade. Fakes the handoff, and Muchner going to run it again.
Eddie Jenick.
Drop back to the, actually no gain to the 12 for Muchner.
Eddie Jenick on the tackle there.
Jenick. So that brings up 2nd and 12, 2nd and goal at the 12. Sparks, screen out in the flat to number 10. Ben Boysen. He gets down to the 8, so a 4-yard pickup for Boysen.
Brewer on the tackle for the Millers, number 35. Craig, for both these teams, it's so important the start of this football game.
Now, out there, Jackson Sweeney.
I think he's got it.
Finds room. He's bounced out at the 1 yard line, so a 7-yard pickup. It'll be 4th and goal at the 1.
Brewer knocked him out there on the 1, so this is huge here.
So Sweeney, a couple nice catches so far, 15 yards. And it'll be 4th and goal at the 1. And Noblesville putting the Royals in a bit of a position here. But they've got the far side of the field, the wide side, if you will, to use. Hands it off.
Well, I think he got it.
There is no signal. They're going to mark him before the goal line. And Noblesville has stopped them.
Wow. Wow-wee.
Huge goal line stand for Noblesville's defense, and they will take over at almost the goal line, about the, if you want to call it the quarter yard line.
But the one thing about that, Craig, that holding call was huge.
That was huge because obviously 10-yard mark off back to the 11-yard line, and then a couple choppy plays, and they're down 4th and goal at the 1. And Noblesville's defense, it reminds me. Of course, obviously, I'm a huge Notre Dame fan. The big goal line stand Notre Dame had in 2012 against Stanford late in the season. Now Noblesville takes over at their own 1. So Gremmel going to have to get rid of it quick, and he does. And oh my.
Wow.
Incomplete pass. What a hit there by number 5, Isaiah Phillips. Wow.
Man, Blevins got nailed there. And that's the one thing about that play, Craig.
Here we go. Let's check this out again on the right
you're
flat.
out there on your own,
Perfect
man.
play. Everybody flooded to one side to the Noblesville's left, and then right there at the goal line, bam.
Oh, man.
What a play. If he wouldn't have knocked that loose, he probably would have fumbled it from it.
Oh,
and that's
safety.
Going to be a safety. And that is number 48, Rutger Pori.
I'll tell you what, Craig, there was a ton of defensive players from Southeastern that came hard there on that Noblesville offensive line. Here it is. I mean, the whole kitchen sink came here. Boom, there it is. Oh, that's a play before. Whew. Jenny.
So it is a 2-0 ball game. Hamilton Southeastern with the early lead.
Craig, we might have needed to bring our light here tonight. I see Brad. He has his down there.
Yeah. He needs to spread a few more out up here.
How come you didn't bring us one, Will? Bring us a light.
So to remind folks of, since we don't see safeties as often, Noblesville will now kick off from their own 20. So depending on where the kick is fielded, Southeastern will have the ball in good field position.
Let's thank one of our sponsors here real quick. Logan Street Signs, celebrating 25 years, Logan Street Signs and Banners. They specialize in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville, Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 or check them out on their website, loganstreetsigns.com.
Another big one regarding Hamilton County schools tonight. Sheridan is at Tipton. The Blackhawks 5-1 at 6-0. The Tipton Blue Devils tonight. That's a 7:30 kick, so they're just about to get going.
And our old buddy Bud said that he thought they could do it.
Fielded at the 27-yard line by number 36. That is Anthony Eggers. He didn't have to go far. About a 10-yard or so, actually about a 13-yard return up to the 41-yard line. As they will start this drive at their own 41. Looks like almost the 42. So now Noblesville's defense in a hole. They're down 2-0, and they had to kick the ball back to the Royals.
Yeah, so they're back on the field.
Hand off. Sweeney with a 40-yard pickup.
Looks like Yehi in there, and also Dalton Davis. On the tackle over there, number 8 for Noblesville, Jazz Terrell.
Big third down, 3rd and 5. Noblesville's defense needs to make a stop here, and if Southeastern wants to put the Millers in a hole early, bigger than this safety already, they need to convert this and continually drive as we're past the midway point of the first quarter. Nope, Sparks keeps it, and he is taken down for a loss of a couple. Looks like about a loss of 1.
Sam Wirtz on the tackle for the Millers. Also number 35, Brewer in there. We're mentioning Brewer's name a lot tonight, Craig. He's pretty active. One thing about it is Noblesville's got to – offense has got to stay on the field a little bit and give this defense a rest. They've been out there biggest part of this first quarter.
Back there to punt. And a nice sidewinding. That's Zach Gruber back there at his own 7-yard line. He gets up to the 15 where Noblesville will take over. And the Millers kind of escaped.
Looks like a player getting up a little slow on the –
yeah, look like 29. Cole Graverson. Kind of a slight limp as he's coming off.
Yeah, he was in on the tackle there. He may have just, he's walking a little bit better. He might just twist it a little bit, Craig. I'm sure the trainers will check him out there.
Yeah, Doc will take care of him.
That's right.
Noblesville back at it. 4:53 left here, first quarter. They're going 4 wide. Hand off to Luke Blevins. Up the middle he'll go. He gains a yard. Great crowd, great atmosphere for the pink out tonight.
Good crowd here tonight, Craig, actually on both sides.
Yep, the Noblesville crowd kind of spread out across the way. 2nd down and 9 at the 16. Gremmel. A lot of motion there. Jaden Barrett, rather. Barnes. Blevins. Now Blevins trying to make some room, and he does, and he gets up near the 18-yard line. Picks up a hard 2. Big 3rd down coming up, and a long 7 for Noblesville.
Corey on the tackle for Southeastern on that.
Yeah, we're going to be calling Rutger Pori's name all night long.
You know, the one thing about it, our good friend Matt Alfill, who calls the defensive side of the football, is definitely keying on Grimmel. I mean, he's not letting him get that run or
yeah, he's been Grimmel's been free to run the past few weeks. Now he's back in. Finds Anthony Nail, and he'll have the 1st down up to the 27-yard line. Picks up 9 to Nail.
Eric Daly on the tackle.
Grimmel completes
and
his
Hager's
first pass.
On the tackle for Southeastern.
So Noblesville's first down. Pickup of 9 by Nail. And they're in business at their own 27. Grimmel claps. Barnes and Barrett find their spots. Grimmel keeps it himself, and you're right.
Yeah,
they sniffed that out on the scouting report. Loss of 1 yard there for
Johnny May on the tackle there for Southeastern. He's probably one of the better defensive players in the Hoosier Crossroad Conference.
Yeah, I'd say hands down, and he's earned it the past few years. Nail and Blevins, twins here to the near. Barrett and Groover to the far with actually trips over there with Ryan Barnes now back in the mix. Gremmel looking. Now he'll run. Didn't have a lot of room, and he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Will Heckard on the tackle there.
No gain.
6'4", 220 senior defensive lineman. Right now, that front three of on defense for Southeastern's beating up on that offensive line of the Millers. So
yeah,
far.
Bayo, Hedrick, and Jake Gilly. Gremmel back to pass, watches backside. He needs to, and he can't really escape. He gets up to the 29, actually 29 for a 3-yard pickup, but not going to be enough. It's going to be 4th down and 11, forcing the Millers to punt.
Jack Boyd on the tackle for Southeastern.
The good thing about that is Noblesville was able to force Southeastern to punt that last drive, where they had to kick to a, give Southeastern a shorter field, kicking from the 20, and now just a 2-0 lead for Southeastern, 125 and counting here in the first. Millers will punt again. Spiraling punt by Chase Evans. Fair catch.
Oh,
that ball's on
fumble.
the turf. That ball's on the turf, and I think Noblesville might have it. It's hard to tell.
I think Noblesville's got it from looks like
a
pile. Yeah,
recovered.
Wow. 35.
Recovered by Nobles. I think that might have been 27 Anthony Nail.
Oh, really?
If I'm not mistaken.
I know it was him or Brewer won.
They both came out of the bottom of that pile.
Yeah. Big break right there for the Millers. That's a huge mistake there right now for the Royals.
So that gives, obviously, Noblesville's offense, now they're in Southeastern territory at the 42. So they keep the clock rolling here. 1 minute left, first quarter. Gremmel back to pass. He's got time and up the sideline off the hands of Zach Groover. Groover, not that tall. If he was as tall as Gremmel is, about 6'3", 6'4", maybe he could have grabbed that. So it brings up 2nd and 10, 55.5 seconds left here in the first quarter.
The Millers got to block up front much better. I mean, Gremmel has no time.
Yeah, it's a big, big defensive line, especially right there in the middle with 99 Will Hedrick, like you said, 6'4", 220. So it'll be Gremmel, Blevins in the pistol, looking, finding, and easily finds his receiver, Ryan Barnes, down near the 29, so a 13-yard pickup.
Big catch for Barnes. That's the first catch he's had in 4 games, Craig, so, because he's been out the last 3 games.
They'll mark him down just inside the 30. We'll call it the 29. 48 ticks and rolling here late first quarter. Noblesville looking to put some points on the board. And their second first down, both of them by the passing. In motion is Barnes. Gremmel hands it off. Now it's Blevins. Finds room. 25. 20, and there's a flag. Flies from the near side.
That's got to probably be a holding, I would think.
Good run as he got down to the 20, so it was close to another first down, but that's going to come back.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, holding Noblesville.
And after Noblesville was kind of rolling, getting a little momentum after they recovered that that punt off the fair catch. So that'll march it back 10. So march it back to the 34. So it'll be a 10-yard from the spot. So it's a good thing it wasn't from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Or that would have come back to the 39. So it's only a 1st and 14. They kind of lucked out there. So we'll see what Gremmel and company have coming out. As with the clock and the play clock, they'll have to run a play. In motion, Barnes, right to left, gets set. Now it's Gremmel, looking, has Nail again, down to the 30. 4-yard pickup, and that'll end our first quarter of play. And we got a baseball score. We're right next to Kenside's field. And after one, it's Hamilton Southeastern 2, Noblesville 0.
Well, Craig, let's thank another one of our sponsors. Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provides you with that same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them at 317-773-7391 or check them out on their website, noblesvilletrophies.com. Community Health is Central Indiana's leader in providing health care services where and when patients need them. With any questions, you can contact Community Health at 317-355-7775 or check them out on their website at ecommunity.com. Smith's Jewelers has been serving Noblesville and Hamilton County, including Noblesville, Fishers, Westfield, and Carmel for over 65 years. Many jewelry stores have come and gone, yet Smith's Jewelers remains. If one were to ask how and why, the answer would be our outstanding jewelry selection and customer service. The knowledgeable staff at Smith's Jewelers is eager to give our customers a memorable, positive experience. You can contact them at 317-773-3383 or check them out on their website, smithsonthesquare.com.
So we get ready to start the second quarter of play. Craig Atkins alongside Perry Williams. Glad you've joined us tonight.
Well, what a game here, 2-0 we got after the first quarter, so that's kind of interesting.
Second and 10 for the Millers from the 29.
Noblesville with the ball at the 29 of Southeastern. Barnes goes right to left. Gremmel flushed, finds room, and he'll run this time. 25, 20, 15, down at about almost the 12-yard line. A nice, looked like a pretty laid-back run there by Gremmel. He had plenty of time.
Yeah, that's a first big run for Mr. Gremmel tonight.
$17 yards. Kind of an easy way to get a rushing first down as Noblesville has the ball first and 10 at the Southeastern 12. Collier, a lot of moving parts there. Barrett set, now Barnes set. Collier in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Gremmel trips up a little bit, gets down to the 11, but lost his footing. He actually gained a yard. Didn't look like he gained any on that play, but he gained one. Brings up Barnes in motion, gets set once again. Gremmel fakes the handoff now over the middle. Ryan Barnes gets down to about the 2-yard line. 8-yard pickup by Barnes.
You know, having Barnes back, Craig, is a big weapon for the Noblesville because that big 6'4" frame, it's pretty easy to spot out there for Mr. Gremmel.
You know, and while he was out, Lucas Williams did a tremendous job blocking, and he caught some footballs during those games that Barnes was out. But you know, a lot more experience with Barnes helps Gremmel out even more as he's gotten comfortable. Collier, looks like it'll be no gain. So it'll be no gain by the senior Collier. So it'll be second goal from the 2. Gremmel hands it off. Luke Blevins. No gain there. Actually, they may have given him 1 yard to the 1. So going to be third and goal at the 1. Yeah, huge one tonight down the lower west side, Perry. Carmel's at Ben Davis.
Oh, that's a big one.
Big one in the mix tonight.
Also, that North Central Lawrence Central game ought to be
I agree.
Interesting.
Yes, sir. Huge third and goal at the 1 for Noblesville. See what they can do. Gremmel hands the ball off. Luke Blevins, and he finds his way, dives across the goal line and in from 1 yard out. Touchdown, Luke Blevins.
Scores because it isn't on Operation Football.
6-2 is the score. Now, if anybody tuned in late, it looks like a baseball score, and Noblesville had a big inning at the plate. But with that touchdown by Luke Blevins, makes the score 7-2. Noblesville takes the lead on Southeastern with 9:03 left here in the first half.
Craig, let's thank another one of our sponsors, Indiana Restoration. No job is too small or too big for Indiana Restoration Services. Whether you are a homeowner or a large business, experience it, water, fire, or storm, or mold, homeowners simply needs a good carpet cleaning. Indiana Restoration has you covered. You can call them at 317-776-9942.
We'd like to thank all of our viewers who are watching tonight, no matter how you are, whether it's on HCTV1.com, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. This one's going to be, wow, out of the end zone. A huge boot by Jack Knight. 9:03 left until halftime. Always a festive atmosphere here at Hamilton Southeastern, to say the least, Perry.
Absolutely, great place to watch a football game. Yeah, I'm glad you clarified this was a football game a while ago, because in our camera where we sat, we can see Ken Sykes Stadium, so I didn't want people to think we were at a baseball game and not a football game.
Sparks faked the handoff. Actually looked like he was going to pitch it out or throw a screen pass to the left, but he's forced to run, and looks like he dropped a yard on the play, did Cody Sparks. Looks like somebody did a good thing and turned a light on. Might be just the light we'll need for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Sparks throws one out in the flat and bobbled by, looks like Ben Boysen, and covered by Dylan Rutherford, number 46. 4 out of 6 is Cody Sparks now on the night for 29 yards. Looks like Jackson Lands here to the near side, twins the far. Sparks back to pass, has plenty of time, and he's rushed. And I think if Jenick would have jumped that route more, Eddie Jenick would have taken that one to the house for 6. But incomplete is the pass intended for Ben Boysen, and now Southeastern will punt.
Craig, we're in the first quarter at Ben Davis, and Ben Davis 6, Carmel 3. So that's going to be a whale of a football game.
Hey, you know that one's going to be a tight one.
Yeah, these early scores, it's probably not going to be very meaningful, really.
And that punt away and called for a fair catch, and the ball is, oh my, recovered by Hamilton Southeastern's number 7, Eric Daly.
Wow.
That ball was tipped. Yes, tipped by, I believe that was Wyatt Blades. Recovered by, like I said, number 7 on the play. That is Eric Daly.
Huge break for the Royals here.
Yep. So at the Noblesville 45, identical situation that Noblesville had when they recovered
and
scored going into the second quarter. So interesting how the tide is turning and kind of swirling.
Craig, in the Hoosier Crossroad Conference, Brownsburg 14, Zionsville nothing in the second quarter. I'll tell you what, Craig, Sweeney looks like the Sweeney of old here tonight. I know he's battled injuries all season long, but he looks awful good. Jennick on the tackle for the Millers.
First down, Southeastern. Sparks out in the flat, and that ball is thrown over Zach Boyle, 18. That'll be number 6, Malik Sims, on his first carry of the night.
Tackle by Seth Pope, number 66 of the Millers here. 3rd and 9. North Central in the second quarter is up 6-0 over Lawrence Central. That's a big game.
That one is big time sniffed out by the Noblesville defense. That's number 39, Darius Dowdell.
And he was all over that.
So Sweeney with that handoff. Lost a couple. His first negative carry of the night. And that'll make number 93 for the Royals, the punter, Zach Zuber. A 6-foot senior come out there. He'll stand just inside midfield to punt the ball. This one's a sidewinder and call for a fair catch, and you know the big word.
A lot of guys in there. That's kind of nervous there.
The big word when I played,
get away.
It was called poison. Get away from the ball. If you're on the punt return team, get away from the ball. And a Southeastern player didn't catch the number, touched that ball and dove on it before it went forward any further. So Noblesville with the ball at their own 15 to start this drive with 6:07 remaining in the half. So that recovered punt return didn't equal out the same for Southeastern as it did for Noblesville. Barnes will be in motion. Gets set as a wing. Now Gremmel looking. He has time. He's got to get the ball off. And there's something going on with flag in the backfield. So we'll see what they're going to call here. So I'm not sure if they're pointing which way. That's going to go backwards. 10 yards down back to the 5. Check that. Back to the 8. So it looked like a spot foul.
Craig, I haven't seen a score on the Westfield Avon game.
First and 18 from the 8.
Big first down and 18 from the 8. Trips bunch to the far side. Time, finds Blevins all by himself from the 10, 20, 25, 30, and out of bounds at about the 31-yard line.
Chased out of bounds by number 7, Eric Daly of the Royals, but it'll be a Miller first down.
22 yards on the pickup. Great play calling there, because when you're down like that deep within your 10, you're not sure what your offense is going to call, and that was a good call on the part of Noblesville's offense to kind of get out of that hole. Gremmel flushed out, goes left, finds room. He's going to use his legs for a few yards. So 3 of Noblesville's 4 first downs are passing variety.
Orange Central 13, Lawrence North nothing, where it still shows it's in the first quarter. Kokomo's beaten Logansport in the second quarter 20-0. That's one team that Southeastern beat the first game of the season. Kokomo is supposed to be pretty good this season.
Yeah, they had a good season last year, got, I believe, to the regionals in the 5A playoffs. Gremmel now out going right, stops, and he's going to be had in the backfield. Looks like that is number 9, Johnny May.
Huge tackle by May in the backfield there.
Loses 9. Back to the 24, so it's going to be a big 3rd down and 16. Kind of some trying drives so far tonight for both sides of the ball, with both teams. Blevins gets stood up at the 25.
Jack Wilson with the tackle for the Royals.
So nothing doing really on that drive for Noblesville, as they'll have to punt the ball away. This one's a big boot. Fair catch called for and caught at about the 37-yard line by 36, Anthony Eggers. So with 3.5 left here in the first half, Southeastern will start at their own 37. Sweeney gets the handoff, finds room off the right side, and gets up near the 45-yard line.
Keeps those
the
legs
the pile's pushed. He picks up 8 yards on that play alone.
Yakey with the tackle for the Noblesville Millers. Nice run by Sweeney. He kept those legs grinding. And
back to pass. Sparks up the sideline and almost caught. We see a flag here near side.
Also on the coverage there, it looked like Tuaday could possibly have intercepted that. He wasn't looking for the ball coming there.
So the Southeastern huddle looks like it's going to move back a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe a after that 8-yard run, going to be a 5-yard loss. Sweeney can't handle the screen pass.
You know, one thing, Craig, in this ball game, it looks like Southeastern thinks that you know, they're doing everything they can to get that ball to the outside.
See if they can get Sweeney
upfield,
back to the normal Jackson Sweeney that they've seen the past couple years. 3rd down and 7 at their own 40-yard line. Sparks back to pass. The rush is on, and he is going to be sandwiched by about a handful of Noblesville Millers. The first one, Dalton Davis and Eddie Jenick in there on the play. So back there at the 30. So it looks like about a 10-yard loss by Sparks.
4th and 17.
Well, let's see what happens, because the kicking game has been very interesting tonight, because both teams are having a tough time holding on to the ball back there and catching it.
This one's a booming high, slow spiral, and called for a fair catch by Wyatt Blades at the 41. So Noblesville with 2:16 till half will have the ball in good field position at their own 41-yard line.
Well, the way both teams have offenses have performed so far this season, the 7-2 score is not surprising, right?
No, I mean, just because the way they've gone back and forth, and, you know, it's obviously the series as a whole, Southeastern has a commanding 26-6 lead in the series. And I think we knew we would see this kind of battle tonight. 7-2 our score, 2:16 left till half. Collier gets the handoff on a delay from Gremmel. He'll get up near the 45. It's like a 3-yard pickup for Collier. And we have a timeout burned. Officials timeout. Yep, we've got a Noblesville player down.
Can you see the number, Craig?
Might be an offensive lineman. Perry brought his binoculars tonight.
It's because Perry can't see much anymore.
Who's driving you home?
Kathy, you know that.
There you go. Yeah, it does look like 52. Thank you, Katie. Katie running the camera tonight. Look like midway through the first quarter.
It's good to be young and be able to see.
She's got the good eyes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Well, when I go to the eye doctor this month, I think he's going to tell me that I'm going to have cataract surgery. So
you know what? And
I may be able to see better.
My dad is a few years younger than you, and I swear he said
he's a young guy.
He had each eye done separately. He said he sees so well now. So you may be a new person.
That's right. That's right. Oh,
Kathy better watch out after that.
Yeah. Oh, Danny Dockage was talking. He not only had the LASIK eye surgery, he said something like cameras put in there now. You know, we're talking about Dan Dockage now.
I don't know if he needs cameras put in his eyes.
Yeah.
As we hear Brad Silbert giving us a shout out, we'll see if we can chase down some scores.
Hey, also, one of our sponsors is back. Church Inland Anthem, attorneys law, from personal injury claims to complex business litigations to divorce cases. Church Inland Anthem protect the rights of individuals, businesses, and schools, and government bodies all around Indiana, including Noblesville, Fishers, Maryville, and Tipton. You can contact at their Noblesville office, 317-773-5320, or check them out on their website, cchalaw.com. What about Bill Clifford for sheriff? Bill Clifford is currently a sergeant with Hamilton County Sheriff's Office and has committed his life to serving community with integrity. Clifford, the top priority, understands the sheriff's office must be proactive against new threats in order to best protect our citizens of Hamilton County. Bill Clifford for sheriff. Check him out on his Facebook.
2nd down and 7 at their own 45-yard line for Noblesville. 2:02 left till half, and they lead Hamilton Southeastern 7-2. A lot of 2s and 7s. Look at that scoreboard.
Yeah.
Handoff, Blevins. Nothing doing there. Looked like 51. Dalton Potter, all 5'9", 180 pounds of him. Drops Blevins for a 2-yard loss. So unless they're getting outside the tackles, Southeastern's defense is not allowing Noblesville to run too well.
Absolutely.
3 receivers to the near, 1 to the far. Blevins in the pistol with Gremmel. Gremmel back. The rush is on. And incomplete pass. Brings up a 3rd down and 9 at the 43.
He's got 4th over there, Craig.
Actually, it is 4th down. So Chase Evans back there inside his own 30, ready to punt the ball. Spiraling punt, called for a fair catch again on his knees, Anthony Eggers. And that ball will be fair caught at the 18-yard line.
39-yard punt, no return for the Royals. 1st and 10 at the 18.
So with 1:24 left till half, the Royals have the football with a long field to go and a short amount of time, $1:24 on the clock. I'd like to thank Jim Self and Greg Habiger for their great hospitality as usual.
Well, it's always great to be here. They treat us very, very well here at
Sparks
Hamilton Southeastern.
gets it to Muchner out in the flat, and he reaches out for a 1st down, close to it. Might be a 9-yard pickup. Give Muchner.
Here's an update on the 2nd quarter. Ben Davis 21, Carmel 3.
You know, this may be one of Mike Kirshner's better teams, despite, 2 years ago winning the state title and, the numerous years of success that he's had. They're that much quicker of a team, and they'll score within, no time at all, which obviously they're showing that to Carmel tonight. In motion, here comes Boyle. Sweeney takes the carry up to maybe the 29. That'll get a 1st down.
Craig, we always got to tell this score because it's at halftime. Indianapolis Cardinal Ritter 14, Beach Grove nothing. So our boss will be glad of that. Jim Walford back at the headquarters, the studio on South 10th Street, making everything happen tonight.
That ball out of the reach for, I believe, Boyle.
Brownsburg's up 20-3 in the 2nd quarter over Zionsville. Warren Central 21, Lawrence North nothing.
2nd down and 10 at the 19. Muchner with the catch, but he gets met right at the 33. A 4-yard pickup. Now we're at 1 minute
Wyatt
exactly.
Blades on the tackle over there for the Millers, knocking him out of bounds.
1 minute left, 3rd and 6 at their own 33. One thing for Southeastern that's a bonus. No matter what they do this drive, Sweeney gets the catch, and he's shy of the 1st down. Looks like a 4-yard pickup, and they will punt this ball away. And Noblesville will kick off to start the 3rd quarter. So
Daz Terrell knocked him out over there.
So you should see a sense of, you would think you would see a sense of urgency, but I think Southeastern offense looking to not do a whole lot or possibly turn it over before the half. But a low lining punt. They're caught at the 34. That is Zach Groover.
Craig, in the 2nd quarter, I'm sure it's late in the 2nd quarter, North Central 12, Lawrence Central nothing.
Wow.
Kevin O'Shea.
Playing O'Shea ball, and they are at North Central over there on the west side somewhat. You never can tell what a Kevin O'Shea team will do. I mean, they started out the season really well, and they're 3-3 but just 1-3 in the mix. So we'll see what they can do with the Lawrence Central Bears. Noblesville back to work at their own 40. Check that, 35.
A big dog fight up in Tipton. Tipton Blue Devils 7.
Ooh.
The Sheridan Blackhawks 7.
The Blue Devils and the Blackhawks. Gremmel looks, has room. Groover wide open at the 42, and he does not get out of bounds. 7-yard pickup by Groover.
You know, in talking to Bud this week on Monday night, Bud felt pretty confident about his Sheridan Blackhawks going to Tipton. He thinks he's got a pretty good football team going, and I guess a man that's won as many games as he has,
He should.
probably should know.
Yeah.
Because he could tell you every play of the first game that he ever coached at Sheridan.
Yeah, that's why we say it's so cool to sit down with Bud Wright, with a legendary coach like him, and just be able to talk football. And he, I'm excited to go in 2 weeks from now to Sheridan.
We'll be at Sheridan
when they play South Decatur. They will be our Hamilton County TV Game of the Week in Week 9, one of our games that week. We're excited for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a 9-yard pickup, 2nd down and 1 on that catch by Groover. Gremmel looking. Groover again has room, 45, tripped up.
Let's keep in mind here, Craig, with this clock ticking away.
Yep.
Jack Knight has kicked a 49, 48, and a 45-yard field goal so far this season.
Gremmel almost didn't have a hand on the ball right there off that snap. Running, looking, and he will run, maybe get a yard and get out of bounds. Actually stopped the clock with a no-gain run. And with 20.7 left, I think all Noblesville really needs to do is to get, I would say, another first down, spike it, and see how much time you got left.
And see what Jack can do, huh?
Because, just like their home turf at Hare Chevrolet, this is turf as well here at Southeastern. Gremmel back to pass. The rush is on, and Blevins evades a tackle and out of bounds. He will go and get the first down at about the 29.
13 seconds left to go here.
So a 15-yard pickup by Luke Blevins and a first down. Clock stops, 13 and a half seconds left here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, we'll tell you what's going to go on as soon as this clock goes zeros. Gremmel back to pass, looking, and incomplete, intended for Groover.
Just couldn't hang on there.
It's kind of a cool thing that a lot of schools are doing anymore. They are honoring teams from the past, and 10 years ago, the 2007 Hamilton Southeastern girls softball team went undefeated, winning a state title, and so they're going to honor the 10-year softball team at halftime.
And of course, Coach Cook is still here, and
yeah.
Morgan Mello's back for this game after playing some professional softball here in Texas, I believe.
I think so. Yeah. And I imagine with the marching band here, they will perform at halftime as well.
Yeah, and we'll leave the camera on and everything, and let you see some of that action here at halftime, rather than have an interview. Let's thank Logan Street Signs, celebrating 25 years of Logan Street Signs and Banners, specialized in that last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 or LoganStreetSigns.com. And I can tell you the week that Logan Street Signs and Noblesville Trophies had this week, people have taken advantage of that last-minute signage or last-minute trophies, because they've spit out some trophies and signs this week.
2nd down and 10 at the Southeastern 30, 9 seconds left till half. Gremmel back in the pistol with Blevins, looking, and throws in the way of Anthony Nail, but out of
I
bounds.
think he just saw he didn't have anything there.
Smart play. Throw it out of bounds.
Let's bring Jack Knight on and see what he can do, I believe. Yep, here he comes.
So 47-yard attempt. Oh, it'll be on the hold of
And if
Chase Evans.
If anybody's watched Noblesville football, you know, this young man's kicked a 45, a 49, and a 48 so far this season. So this is within reach.
Kick is up, and Jack Knight right through the uprights and good as time expires in the first half. And we go to halftime, and the score is Noblesville 10, Hamilton Southeastern 2 after that 47-yard field goal. Wow, 49, 48, and now a 47-yarder for Jack Knight as Noblesville has an 8-point lead, 10-2 at halftime. And we'll take a break and come back at you with the entertainment here at halftime at Hamilton Southeastern.
The IHSAA, in partnership with Blue Frame Technology, is pleased to announce that you can now watch your favorite IHSAA sports on the all-new IHSAA TV Apple TV app. Watch live or search through thousands of broadcasts. Have an older Apple TV? You can still watch on your TV by